Hello. My name is Ellie, and I am going to do my everyday makeup routine with you because people are requesting on TikTok, and I always can only give them little, tips and details. But I really want to tell you all the nitty gritty, honey. So let's get into it. A little bit about me is that I literally have been wanting to do YouTube since I was 7 years old, and I never started it because my brother told me it was stupid. What's so interesting is that I literally film TikToks all the time, every single day, and yet I'm so nervous to film this video right now. And I hate to say that because, like, I'm so confident about a lot of stuff, but, like, I don't know. YouTube videos always scare me. I have filmed many, many, many videos, and why is this dog barking right now?
A few moments later.
Stop! That is so annoying. That dog has had all day to be outside, and then it's like the universe said, no, you're not gonna get a good video. You're gonna get a dog barking in the background. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, I have filmed so many videos and have never posted any of them because I'm like not nervous, but one video I was proud of, and I posted a couple months, it was like almost the beginning of the year, and the quality was so bad for some reason, so I never posted it. Editing Ellie here. Actually, I did post it, and that's how I found out it was very bad quality. Like, for some reason, the quality of the video was so bad, and I filmed it on my phone camera, so I don't know what was going on. I'm gonna film this one now, and hopefully it comes out well. If not, I'm just gonna still post it, because I have been telling myself I'm gonna post on YouTube for well over a decade now, and I have not done it, so you don't start, it'll never happen. As you most likely can tell by now, I am trans. But I never want to make that a big part of like this. Like, I always wanted to do YouTube to like embrace my true self and to like express myself and to show that, people can, I don't know. I've always wanted to do this as a career because I always wanted somebody to not feel lonely, and I never wanted another girl to feel like she couldn't do makeup and to not feel like she couldn't. I don't know. It's just something about having to ask your friend, oh, can you do a little brow for me? Can you do a little lip for me? Can you do a little concealer for me? And then they get an attitude about it. Just makes me sick. So I was like, I'm going to teach the girls how to do this. And I finally feel like I'm in a good enough place with my makeup to do that. So I'm going to do it now. I always go in with a Q-tip first to clean out my eyebrows because a lot of excess product gets on my brows for some reason. Couldn't tell you. But then after that, I go in with a concealer, something that's more my conceal shade and not a brightening shade. And I go under and above my brow. And I know that sounds so crazy, but it's all about the way you blend it out. And, I prefer the look because you can't really tell once I put foundation on. But then again, I also want to put out there that this is my way of doing my makeup. If you have a different way, that's okay. I'm just showing you because you might be able to pick up something from this video. I've been very in between on if I want to make my brows like really, really thin or if I want to keep them thick. I need to go get them waxed, to be honest with you, because, girl, she's looking a little rough recently. And I've been shaving my eyebrows for like 2-3 months now, but it's not the same as getting them waxed. If you get your eyebrows waxed or arched or any of that, like, you know what I mean. Like, it's a totally different look and feel compared to shaving and doing your own eyebrows. And there's only one lady I trust, but sometimes she's booked and sometimes I have to go to work, and I don't really have a lot of free time, which is why I'm filming this on my off day, probably my only off day this week, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay because I love you all and I want us to become acquainted. So I'm going to start this now rather than later. Don't ever let someone tell you you can't do something. I waited well over a decade to do something that I know I was going to love to do, and I'm in love with doing this. I'm actually really happy I'm doing this right now. And I let someone tell me something that I couldn't do, and I didn't do it. I stopped myself for, what, too damn long. Now, bear with me, please, 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 please bear with me because you're going to be like, she talks a lot. But, honey, this is YouTube. This is exactly why I always wanted to do YouTube. I never could really get with TikTok. Like, I would never want to do that as a career because it's so limited and I talk a lot. I am going to try and make it quick, though. I never want a video to be longer than 20 minutes unless it's like a vlog, which I'm going to be real with you. That's another reason why I haven't filmed any videos because I don't like editing. It's not for me. I'm not one of those girls, honey. And as I'm currently doing it, I still stand on that. I hate doing this. But I also love you more, and I don't think I would ever choose to be lazy over making someone else happy. I know I look crazy like this, but like, bear with me, okay? I want to talk about something very specific now. I feel like it's very important to put yourself out there because if you don't put yourself out there, and I've said this in a TikTok before, also go follow my TikTok and Instagram. But it's really, really important to put yourself out there because if you don't, then like, what's the point? I don't know. I feel like I've always struggled with really like being social. Like, I'm not antisocial. I'm just not very social at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really a person that always needs to be around other people. I was the only child growing up, and I'm very content with being by myself. And like, I have family members that worry about me, and I'm just like, guys, I'm fine. I'm really fine. And I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and I finally was understood because she was like, she just is so fine being by herself. And I like being alone. I mean, I don't really get lonely anymore. I got lonely when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I'm kind of like, okay, as an adult and having to go to work and I'm there for hours and hours and hours and I'm forced to be around people. I think that was the thing I also didn't like about school was that I had to be around people. You know what I mean? Like, I love being around people, but my social battery does not allow me to be around people more than like 3 hours. Cause then I'm just irritated. I'm like, guys, just shush. Everybody shush. Okay, this shade is a little dark. I'm getting another one most likely tomorrow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for shade 33. And if I don't get another one, I might have a meltdown because I need this foundation. This foundation is my favorite foundation. Urban Decay, you did your big one with this. It's very helpful for when I have breakouts too because I don't really know what the skincare ingredients are in it, but it really helps because even if I keep it on long enough, I feel like it really does do something for me. That's just me. I'm gonna give you an example of putting yourself out there. I went up to a higher up at my job the other day and I introduced myself because I'm like, in order to be in like higher places in life, you have to kind of put yourself out there. And I struggle with that, yes, but at the same time, it's like I also know how to get what I want because you have to master the art of seduction. Seduction and just being kind. Being kind will never not get you anywhere. I don't care what anyone says. And anyone who thinks being mean gets you farther, that's crazy. That's crazy. As you can tell, this foundation dries a little quick. So I go in with any type of setting spray you want, really. And I make it just a little bit easier to blend. I love this foundation. But you see what I mean when I say it's too dark. It's too dark. So I'm going to get another shade. I've had this one for almost 2 months. Like, this foundation has lasted me, honey. But that's also because not all the time do I wear a foundation type of look, like a full beat look. Sometimes I like concealer only. And now you see what I'm talking about when I say that it doesn't matter how you carve out the brows with what concealer because then you go over it with your brush. Don't ever forget to blend down that neck, honey, because I've seen people not bending down to that neck and then going crazy. And since I'm not going anywhere, I'm not trying to make this makeup like perfect, but I'm just really trying to give you the tips and the details so that you can do it and you can try it for yourself. But I'm not really like trying to perfect it and make it like, because I'm not going anywhere. I've done my runs for the day. I went grocery shopping earlier and it was really, I hope I'm not alone in this. I hate going grocery shopping. I don't know why, but I'm just not really a grocery store type of person. Like, when I feel like I have to really, really, really go, I'll go. But I try to avoid it at all costs. And I mean, like, I needed to go to the grocery store for like 3 weeks, but I just didn't want to. I just don't like it. It's very frightening for me because even though I have a list of the things that I want, yes, I still somehow always get lost in the store. And before you know it, I don't know what I'm doing and I might cry. I might cry because I don't know what I want. Like, I'll want something. And the worst part about being an adult for me, mind you, I'm 18. I moved out on my own about a month after I turned 18. Um, and, you know, ever since then, I've kind of just had to do a lot of stuff. I've always done stuff on my own, but it's so weird because now I'm in charge of like buying the groceries, and it's so hard because I don't really know what I want a lot of the time. So you also spray while you're doing concealer, but a lot of times I don't know what I want, or I'll buy something. Like I've had goldfish. I just bought more goldfish because I had those packs sitting downstairs in my cabinet for 4 months, and there's only 7 in a pack. So it's like I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm just buying stuff just to buy it at this point. Like I literally bought this bubble stuff that I used to use when I was like young, young. And oh, Lord have mercy, please don't come for me in the comments. I have it sitting in my guest bathroom, and it's been sitting in there for 3 months. I'm not really a big fan of baths. I feel like you're not clean. And if I do take a bath, which is very rare, I probably take one like 3 times a year. But when I take them, I have to take a shower first to make sure I get everything off, and then I can take a bath. But that's another reason why I don't really take baths, because I don't feel like having to do that whole process. But I just feel like you're getting cleaner in showers. But then again, that might just be me. Let me know in the comments what you prefer, because I like a shower, honey. I love a shower because you can get in and out. And a lot of times I get off late. I get off at 8 o'clock. And I work at, oh, I'm not going to say where I work, but I work at a warehouse, and it's just very irksome because I'm doing all this work, even though I don't do really hard labor, because they don't put me on the side where you do a lot of hard labor, because like I'm a pretty girl and I don't do those things. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that. If you're a hard worker, you're a hard worker. Like I am a hard worker, but I'm a hard worker at things that are a little bit more soft. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's why I want to kind of get another job, because I really don't like the fact that working in that warehouse is putting me out of my feminine energy a little bit, and I'm not liking that. Because honey, what do I look like lifting heavy things? Look at me, take a real good look at me. Do I look like I lift heavy things? No, I don't. So um and I'm gonna say this too, I feel like some people are meant for certain jobs and some people just aren't, and I don't think I'm meant for that. Because honey, when I tell you, it's not a hard job, but like, girl, it's not something I would want to do for like the next decade. You know what I mean? And that's another thing I want to tell you. Always strive for more and always have a bigger goal in life, because working for someone else is never the thing you want to do for a long time. I really do have a long-term goal, and my long-term goal is to eventually own my own makeup brand. Like I don't feel very included in a lot of brands, and I hate that. And there's so much stuff I have planned for the future that I want to accomplish, but I've also, I've only ever had 2 careers that I ever would want, which one is YouTube, and I'm going to start that as soon as possible, because I've let someone be in my head for years, for well over a decade, and I'm so sick of it. I'm not going to let you control me anymore. You know what I mean? And I love my brother. My brother's very, he's very supportive of a lot of things, but he's also not. But like, I'm just not going to let something that was told to me at 7 years old dictate the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love going in with the brighter shade. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something else. This is another tip. I know some of us like to actually put the darker concealer out here and then the lighter one in here. Stop doing that. Just layer them, because Ever since I started layering my concealers, I've noticed that my under eyes actually look brighter and actually give what they're supposed to give. Ew, I was like Daffy Duck. Ugh. You'll never catch me. I mean this when I say this too. You'll never, 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 no! I'm a bit weird. You're gonna end up figuring that out if you haven't already. But you'll never catch me out looking just any type of way. Like if you ever see me in public, you would never. You'd be like, oh, she's always cute. Yeah, because I refuse to go out. My mom raised me to always look approachable and always like have a little can do to yourself, because you never know who you'll see. And that's the truth. You'll literally never know who you'll see. I got a new shade of this Maybelline powder, and I'm gonna just try and see if it's, because it's looking a bit dark. It looks like the deep shade, but let's just try it and see. My timer went off. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think this powder is the perfect shade. It's brightening enough. You know what I mean? I don't really like powders that are like screaming at you bright, but like it looks so dark, but it's so light on my face. So I'm gonna keep this one and not go brighter, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go brighter. I take the excess of what I have and kind of just go everywhere I set. Now, I will say this. I go in with a darker powder to set the rest of my face, because I don't want to look like Flashback Mary. Honey, some of y'all be looking like Flashback Mary, and I don't know what that's about. Y'all need to fix that. It's not okay. Because, voila, mana. I have combination oily skin if for preference. And I'm going to tell you right now, honey, one thing I am going to do is put the powder on. I'm going to put the powder on. I'll put the powder on. See, I'm trying to keep it PG-13 for y'all, because I know there are going to be younger viewers. I always think that self-expression can start at any age. It's just up to your environment and who's willing to invest in it. I also want to talk about how I'm very content with being by myself. And when I say this, I don't even mean just like friends-wise. I mean in relationships. I am a firm believer in, as long as you have yourself, you're fine. That's just me. And it's not even about the fact that I just like being at peace and I like to be alone. That plays a big factor in it, yes. But I also like to just be at peace, but also be content with my peace. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I was so okay with being by myself, and then I went back to school my senior year, and all of a sudden everyone, all they're talking about is boys. And so ever since then I've kind of been on one. But after graduating and kind of just realizing that I have so much life to live, I'm 18 years old, honey. I have plenty of time to date. I don't have time to be wasting time on a little boy that has no like future plans. Like, don't ever date somebody who doesn't know what they're doing in the next 5 years. Please. Please. I'm telling you, because I had to learn. My favorite part is the contour, as Leah Halton says, the nasal cavity. No, I'm going to start calling it a nose, honey. I like my nose. But I also don't. I really am planning on getting nose filler first. And if I don't like it, then I'm going to get my nose done. And please don't start with me in the comments. Your nose is so pretty. It's not. It's not. My sub profile is messed up because of that. And I don't hate it. It's just not perfect. And it's not even about being perfect at this point. It's just like, ew. And I mean, eventually, somewhere down the line, I think once I go get it done, I'll tell you a little bit more about that, because there's definitely another reason why I want to get it done. But I feel like if I said it out loud right now and I had to admit that to myself, I might cry, because it's really sad. Now, another tip for my oily girls is, and once again, this works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you. Just give it a try. I mix my Huda and my Maybelline together. Bow, just like that. Yeah. You always want the appearance of a smaller nose, but my nose is kind of big if you couldn't tell. I had to zoom you guys in a little bit because I did not like how far you were. I want this to be personal. I also want to talk about this. No matter if you feel like that you can't do it on your own, don't be like me for a couple decades, you know what I mean? Don't be like me. have the confidence in yourself and have the can do spirit and know that you can do anything that you want to and anything in your power and your will to put yourself out there. Because at the end of the day, rather if your parents don't support you in something or your friends don't, or they tell you it's stupid or you're not gonna make it, as long as you have the can do spirit and as long as you are doing everything in your power and in the willpower of the universe or God or whatever you want to believe in, honey, as long as you got that on your side, you know what I mean, and you manifest and you play your cards right, and remember, put yourself out there, then you can do anything you want to, and you can do anything you put your mind to. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. I will never let someone tell me I can't do something again. Just like how someone close to me has told me that I can't do YouTube and I can't do influencing, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Because I know I can. I'm pretty. And also I'm worth putting the effort into. You know what I mean? You have to really hate yourself to tell somebody else what they can and cannot do with their life. That's just me though. Always be confident and always love yourself above everyone, because even the people who you feel like are closest to you will literally be plotting on your downfall. Finally taking this bake off. It is looking really, really bright on camera, but I promise you it's not that bright. It's filming on TikTok currently. Believe it or not. I'm literally filming on TikTok to transfer to my phone because for some reason, even when I film in 4K, my phone quality is just... I'm now going in with my favorite highlighter. Kind of my only highlighter I have anyway. But, I mean, I want to try the one from ABH, but at the same time, this one just, like, look at that. Like, why would you do anything else? I feel like putting it on the tip and on the bridge really makes my nose look just... You know what I mean? Oh, wow, it does look smaller with the... Wow. I feel like makeup framed who I am as a person a whole lot. And I don't think I would be the same person if I didn't have makeup. Not to say that I needed makeup to feel confident or to feel like, you know, someone else or to be the baddest. But I genuinely just feel like if I didn't ever find makeup, I would have been lost in the sea of trying to find who I am as a person and trying to find who I am as, you know, a creative. Like, I just am not creative outside of makeup. I'm not good at art. I'm not really that good at like singing or like dancing. I'm very good at these things, but I'm not good enough to make a career out of it. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just glad that makeup has always been my scapegoat and that I will always have makeup. You know what I mean? Like, that makeup's not ever gonna not be a thing. For me, in my life at least. You know what I mean? And I'm just so happy that I found it when I did, and it saved me because I honestly was just lost. I was lost in the sauce. I was 14 and I was starting my, what was that, freshman year? Yeah, freshman year of high school. And I just was like, I'm bored. I'm bored of life. And I found makeup, and before you know it, we ended up with this. And I'm very happy with where I am in life and who I, well, not really, I want to be farther in life, but who I am as a person. I think if I didn't have makeup, I would be boring. Now, no matter what anyone says, makeup definitely gives you a confidence that you would not have outside of it, because I don't think I would have had the confidence to come out as trans if I didn't have makeup. I don't think I would have had the confidence to keep putting myself out on the internet if I didn't have makeup. Like, there's so much stuff that people don't want to give makeup credit for. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Because makeup can save a life, honey. It really can. It saved my life. If I didn't have something to look forward to every single morning going into high school, I don't think I would be where I am, and I don't think I would be here. Now it's time to set the face. I'm going to go on with Morphe first. Okay, it was at first, I was using Morphe, then Charlotte, then One Size. Honey, I got the jumbo. You ain't got your jumbo, what you doing? I was going in with that first. Then I got this little mommy. The L'Oreal 3-Second Setting Mist. I love this setting spray. Only thing I don't like. Only thing. My nose looks so snatched. I don't like how if you like close your eyes while you're doing this, That's why I let all my other sprays dry first, because if I don't, then this will kind of look a little, not patchy, but it definitely tightens your face a little bit because it's like hairspray, but for the face. So I would say go in with your other sprays first, let this dry, and then also make sure your eyes aren't clenched when you're spraying this because, honey, once it's done, it's done. She's not going nowhere. She does give a little bit of a luminous look that I don't really care for. It looks natural, but it's too luminous for me, and as you can tell, I like my makeup matte. Shake up all your sprays too. Mommy milk us, baby. Okay. I definitely recommend that you invest in a handheld fan because it just does something, babe. It just is an easier way to dry your spray. And if you're in a rush, like I be being in a rush to get to work, you can get it on out the way. Okay. We're gonna really shake her up. Yeah, anyways. That's not just me being dirty minded. You've seen it too, right? Okay. Amber, spray. Now it's time to go on with my lip combo. I use the same one a lot of the time, and I really haven't found another lip liner that I actually like outside of this one. Oh, I love that. You always want to get these inner corners too. Like, I don't go all the way over. I don't like that look. It does not suit me at all. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. If you are a brown girl and looking for a really cute lip combo that's not like a new lip, this right here, this, the perfect combo for you. I love how it looks like lava cake. Like it makes my lips literally look like lava cake, and I love it. I'm gonna do my mascara real quick, but I'm not gonna talk, cause girl, if you're not getting mascara on your eyelids like this, what are you doing? Here are the lashes, Batty. My teeth are so pretty. I'm so pretty. I'm gonna do my eyeshadow now with a bronzing palette because I don't really like. I don't really care too much for eyeshadow palettes because I feel like they're just a waste of money when if you're not going to use all those colors, you can just use your bronzer and have something that's going to look actually so good on your eyes. Okay, before I end this, I really want to also say that if you don't like your face, you don't like your body, and you're young, please wait to get surgeries. I'm 18. I am going to wait until I'm 19 to get my breasts done. And I also want to wait. I kind of was waiting this whole year to see if my nose would change a little bit more, and it didn't. So I'm just going to get fillers and Botox in it. But I'm not going to get my nose all the way done until I'm like 20, 21, because you still want to give your face and your body time to develop. So yeah. And also, I'm not going to edit this to make it like perfect because that's not who I am. I feel like your editing has to be a big part of who you are too. And I'm very like everywhere at the moment. So it's not going to be perfect. But you always want to be someone that your younger self looks up to too. And that's kind of what I don't want to disappoint. But I'm dragging this out. Anyways, time to take the headband off. I'm having like hand spasms. I don't know. I work with a lot of like pods and stuff, and I don't know what's going on, but my hand's having like spasms, and it's scaring me. But I love you all so, so, so super duper much. My hair looks so ridiculous right now. But I love you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really hope that I taught you something out of this video. If you didn't learn anything, I'm going to be really sad because, like, dang. But I love you so much. And remember, if you're not going to be you, who will be you? Because there can never be another you, and no one can even teach you. So, yeah. I don't know if that's going to be the for sure quote at the end of every video, but I'm going to try to get a video out every week, if not every 2 weeks. But I do struggle with a little depression. So, don't count on that. But I'm really gonna try because I do love you guys and I do love YouTube. And even though I don't know where this is gonna go, I hope that it goes far. If not, then I guess I'm gonna have to be a CEO, baby. But I love you so much. Mwah. Be beautiful, be smart, and Don't do anything I wouldn't do. See you in the next one.